Innovation with last class we are discussing performance measurement and evaluation. In this chapter we are discussing one method, that is performance measurement in the not for profit sector. Here we will discuss about two concepts. One is value for money, that is interpreted in economic, efficient and effective. These is three is next multiple and diverse objectives. What is this? Non not for profit organizations are unlikely to have objective of their maximum shareholder wealth. Instead of getting the more members and satisfy particular needs of members which they set for benefit. We will see that why. First of all, you must understand the not for profit organization, why it, for who the institutes they will run this. They may be old age homes, health care, infrastructure development, environmental, educational, hospitals, sports, association, charity. These all are the institutions may run in a non-profit motive. Here there are render services for members and operate for not-profit or no loss. For example, professional bodies. For example, if there is a professional bodies, societies formed for maintenance of residential complexes, then for their maintenance, for maintenance of residential political parties, etc. Organization also known as NGOs, that is charitable organizations. Here key characteristics. What are the key characteristics? There must be perform non-economic activities and purpose will be charitable, welfare, social, environmental and mutual cooperation. Next, here organization must require amount of funds to arrange a set of resources to attainment and hence maintenance of corpus funds. It will maintain the corpus funds and either members or external contributors. For the corpus funds, they may collect the funds from their members or external contributors. Next, here getting from members or contributors other than shareholders, hence wealth creation of shareholders is not among the objective. Here they will not create any wealth for their shareholders, existing shareholders. Their motive is to provide the services, not for profit motive. And if you see the companies, they will create shareholders wealth, then only shareholders invest that the company is prospective. But here the institutions, not for profit institutions, they will not bother about the wealth of shareholders. Next, here performance measurement. Not for profit organization need not to earn profit, but it does not free them for fiduciary responsibility toward the contributor of funds. In here profit motive is not main important, but financial fiduciary contributions, that is corporate funds, they are the responsible persons and reasonable assurance to be made on the contributors of the fund, and fund is applied to the advancement of the stated purpose. What the purpose is established for that trust, the funds which is collected that must use for that purpose only. And next, here establishment measurements, links between what are the resources spent and how much purpose attained, and performance not for profit organization, decisions taken thereat. Next, here what your understanding, what kind of performance measure not for profit organization need to employ. It is equally important to both financials and non-financials. It will not exclude anyone. It will see the financials means not for profit motive, this is for their corpus funds which the shareholders is provided on trust of this trust, so that. And non-financial, they provide the services in a corporate way, in a social way, that is these organizations also require the necessary amount of funds to arrange required sources to attain stated purpose. What is the purpose? If you have one purpose and you must require the sources, if you do not have the sources, you cannot achieve your purposes. Next, hence they maintain corpuses to whether they may collect from members or external contributors depending upon the purpose and from not for profit organization. And despite being not for profit organization, in order to ensure that funds, whatever they collected the funds, are replied to attain the intended objective, the financial measures are equally important as non-financial and financials measures. Means they collected the funds, no, they see that financials measurements and not for profit. Here challenges of measuring performance and way out. What are the challenges? Key challenges are benefits cannot be quantified. Benefit cannot be quantified, and benefit may accrue over a long term. Benefit may accrue over a long term, and here they have multiple objectives, and they measure the utilization of funds and expenditure. Funds utilization and expenditures, they cannot be quantified. For example, if not for profit organization is formed for providing free education to poor students, then the benefit derived by the students cannot be easily quantifiable. It is not possible to quantify that how much of knowledge they got, and benefit is futuristic too. That benefits are not arise now, the benefits are arise future, when that student earning money by providing services or doing business or in employment, whatever he is interested, that is the future realistic. So there is also a time gap between the cost incurred, we incurred a cost incurred, and benefits accrued. Benefits will accrue at future, which makes trade-off difficulty and complex. This is the major key challenges, and cost cannot be measured in monetary terms. Cost cannot be measured in monetary terms. For example, if some affordable housing schemes is approved, the cost will not only be limited to construction, it also involves provisioning of road, cautioning pollution in that area due to vehicle running on such roads by potential resident, and social aspects due to parking issues. This is merely one respect. Hence, auxiliary costs are not easy to quantify. Whatever the amount they provided, it is not quantifiable to measure. Next, mind it, the reliability of such values may not be there due to variation of time and a level of relative transactions. Just a second. Okay. Just using financial measures. Next, performance measurement and commitment of state governments. What there may be multiple objectives, there may be multiple organizations. For high public importance, maybe for food security, education, health, and primary responsibility of states or state bodies are working not for profit, which as usually has deficit budget, their deficit budgets. Since state which normally has access large available funds and workforce is performing only own bodies and agencies. Next, here what is the main objective? Main objectives are, here they will measure the utility of funds, and after that for the purpose, mind it, prioritization shall be based upon importance and urgency. They will not give for priority for persons or any other things. They will give the priority only based on importance, what is the utility and what is the time. That based on that only they will give the prioritization. Here measuring the utility of funds. Not for profit organization do not earn to spend. They will not spend much, and they will not earn for to spend. For example, if you are a person, you will earn and you will spend. You will buy house, you will buy car, you whatever you want you will buy, and you will earn money, that type. And in they just budgeted to spend. In some cases it may possible spend more than required because they have availability of funds for disposal or process of implementation some welfare schemes pronounced by the government. But in some other situation they may not be able to fulfill targets due to scarcity of funds. Hence utility of fund for the non-profit organization is not same always. So sometimes they may have deficit funds and they have more responsibilities. Sometimes they have more funds but they do not have proper plans for disposal. Spending excessively without purpose may not create utility. Hence not for profit organization finds it difficult to measure the utility of funds expended. utility of fund expended. Next, models for measuring the performance. What are the models? They have value for money framework, measurement of performance is not for profit organization, because non-profit organizations are expected to provide the best possible value for available money. It is motive was best provide the best possible value for available money. For this value of money, we need to ensure three things: effectiveness, efficiency, economy. Effectiveness, efficiency, and economy. Whatever the available funds is there, we are spending wisely, or we are spending well, or we are spending less. This much three items we need to require to see in this case. If you are not spending wisely, or you are not spending well, or you are not spending less, you are spending more, then you are a bad performer and you need investigation too. Next, effectiveness means an output measure the goal operative, whether the organization has achieved its desired mission and objectives. What is this? Effectiveness means are the organization have their objectives, it desired objectives achieved or not, desired objectives are achieved or not, that is effectiveness. Next, efficiency, link between inputs and output factors, that is as a process output, whether the resources and funds available of the organization has been utilized efficiently, that is we will see the maximum and maximum what are the resources we have. For that resources we will see the ratios, for economy we will see the minimum resources consumption, so how much the resources have and how much they minimizing their cost, how much they minimizing their resources, we will see in effectiveness. In effectiveness, what are the outcomes? Effectiveness means objectives, that is outcomes. It involves the outcomes achieved, it is achieved or not. For the outcomes, what are the desired policies, that is effectiveness. And efficiency means what are the resources you have and what are the output you produced, there is their maximization. So for this purpose we will calculate the maximization ratio, that is efficiency. Next, economy means must spend lesser. This is if you have a amount, you must minimize your cost or you must minimize your resources, that is economy. Now to another is have added, that is equity and ethics. That is equity means spend fairly, ethics means spend properly. It is worth to note that five elements need to take care of our inputs, process, output, outcomes and impact. For example, they provided the example. Let us consider a case of school that provides free education to children who come from BPL, below poverty lines families. Thus, the school also provides free lunch to students to encourage daily attendance. So, for the school, what are the effectiveness, efficiency and economy? What is meant by effectiveness? That must reach, that much ensure that outcomes achieve the desired policy. They must provide the study is the desired policy. For this effectiveness, whether the school has been provide the quality education to desired number of students, that is desired, you must reach, ensure your outcome results, that is effectiveness. Desired numbers of students. The performance of the schools can be measured using the metric of number of students. So by seeing the number of students and number of dropouts in a year and performance of number of students successfully completed years, and we will see not only within the control of the school, students may drop out even after the best efforts by the school. This makes performance measurement has a challenging risk. We are performing well, and but the children are going for private schools. Their parents are for superiority. They must show their superiority. They are what they admissions. They admitting their students in private schools, in rich schools, to show their superiority. So we have challenging task here. Next, efficiency. Efficiency means maximization of ratios. What are the resources we have, what are the output we have, we are maximizing that both are, that is number of students trained per hour spent by teachers. Teachers is our resources, our inputs, and students are our outputs, that is our goods or services which are we providing. So we will see this students to teachers ratio, students to teachers ratio. In case of school, low students to teachers ratio is preferred. Next, economy for you must minimize your cost and resources. What are the resources we have? Teachers, we have resources. For these teachers we must spend less amount. And what are the cost we have for expenditure, books, bags, whatever we providing? That might is measured based on cost incurred. The school might as well as desire to cut necessary expenditure to meet the expenditure budget. This is related to, for example, the school might not spend an advocate amount to upkeep the library or computer equipment. This can be detrimental in the long run. Hence it is important to balance financial measures with non-financial measurements. This is related to performance measurement for not-profit organizations. And where can you identify any two financial objectives of not-profit organization? That this organization also required the necessary amount of funds, hence required to consider maximum of net cash inflows. And another one, budget is important tool to quantify, and it is equally important to keep spending within budget. This is two financial objectives. One is maximization of net cash inflows, and we must maintain our expenditure according to our budget. This is related to non-profit organization. Adapted balance scorecard by Kapalian. If you see this person, balance scorecard co-founder, he provided for non-government organization. He provided one statements, mission statements for this assumptions and what we focus. So for perspective, customer perspective, financial perspective, internal perspective, innovation perspective. For customer perspective, the customer must satisfaction of beneficiary, market growth, and other stakeholders interest we will focus. And where financial perspectives, we will focus on fund raising, fund growth, fund distribution. So what are, how much we are fund raising, how much our fund is grown, how much fund is required to distribute. This is financial perspective. Internal process perspective, internal efficiency, voluntary development, information communication and quality, information communication and quality. Next, innovation and learning perspective, innovation and learning perspective, the capability of organization to adjust to the change environment and innovative changes. These are four perspectives which is required for non-profit organization as per balance scorecard method. That is 4 points is customer perspective, financial perspective, internal process perspective, innovation and learning perspectives. Next, note, it is important to know that positioning of financial perspective and customer perspectives is switched. These two are switched. This is due to the act of that achieving financial success is not the primary objective for these organizations. So they will switch both. Instead of not-profit organization should be primarily concerned with how efficiently and effectively they meet the need of their beneficiaries and contributors of members. Next, other performance measures. What are the other performance measures? The quality of services provided by the organization, what services is providing by the organization, and how much the attainment of objectives are meeting, and ability to raise funds to meet the objective efficiently, transparent and periodical reports to the stakeholders, long-term impact of the activities of the not-for-profit organization. This is related to that, and we will see we will report the performance report. We will report for integrated purpose. Insight: value creation is not an independent activity within the organization sole control. Value is created using capital. In integrated reporting, capital is not limited to just financial capital. So there are 6 different categories, that is financial, manufactured, human, natural, intellectual, social and relationship capital. A combined effect of this capital is what results in value creation of the company. For example, if any engineering department introduced automation, that is invested in new technology, then performance report consider its effect and shows the implication has such as reduction shall be the invariable cost on account of reduction in man hours. The budgeted report would show a low expected level of this variable cost. Upper management, where upper management could then check variance between actual and budget cost. If upper level management sees managerial efficiency and profitability decreased compared with the budget numbers, management can talk with the department manager and try to correct the unfavorable variance. And we will see one question relating to performance measurement. I think his question number was last question only. Last question, this is fifth answer, I think so. Cost includes required means it is a question. Required means question. Triple bottom line questions. We will see later triple bottom lines. First we will see the this is performance measurements in not for profit organization. What is their question? Okay, here they provide the question for West Coast Community Operates. West Coast Community Operates Homelessness Services. That is, it is a non-profit organization. It is a non-profit organization. Okay. Next, what is that provided? Solution to local housing needs. It is providing service to local housing needs. The primary objective is to meet the accommodation. Primary objective is to meet the accommodations need of persons within its locality, targeting those living in the low middle income groups and senior citizens. So its target was low middle income people. Next, accommodation is basically furnished. It consists of small houses with kitchen, bathroom, bedroom and sitting rooms. Okay. HS managers. HS manager 450 such houses across various localities. And exclusive services is profit seeking organization which provides rented accommodation to the public. So they provided two category. We are HS, that is not profit organization. ES is profit organization, where HS managing 450 houses and exclusive services managing 200 houses. So we are providing more houses. Okay. Next, for this and across localities in similar to HS operation, even though similar operations, we are providing more houses, but that exclusive services they are not providing normally less houses. Maybe they are not using properly. Next, they provided income and expenditure account for the year. Okay. Rent received, how much the rent received? 102 HS, ES was 109. And employee cost, we received 102, they received 109. We have difference of 7 lakhs. I think only 7 lakhs was difference. Next, employee cost. For employee cost, we have 24 lakhs and ES has 38 lakhs. So 14 lakhs. We are saving 14 lakhs expenditure and rent was received only 7 lakhs is different. So we lost only 7 lakhs in rent, but we are saving in 14 lakhs in employee cost. We are this means what is this? Employees means what? We are the inputs. Employees was inputs, resources, our resources. So we are properly utilizing our resources. This means we are properly using our resources. Next, planned maintenance and substantial repairs 34 lakhs and 10 lakhs. So we have provided more repairs. Okay. Running repairs 23 lakhs and 638 lakhs 6 lakh 38,000. So their expenditure was less. Machinery operating cost 15 lakhs in our case and 11 lakhs in their case. We are HS, no? Yes, HS. Okay. Next, insurance, property taxes, interest 13 and they are providing 18 lakhs. So they are providing more payment of interest, property taxes. Next, operating deficiency or surpluses, we have loss and they have profit of 24 lakh 69,000. Operating income in respect of the year end 31st March 2021 was as follow. follow. They provided the operating information for houses and rental information. For houses and rental information, what is we have 1 bedroom plus 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms. Number of houses was 40, 20, 400, 750. Okay, 400, 700, and we have we have 400, 1100, 2 bedrooms 80, 40. Rent per week will be 450, 800, 450, 800. Okay, next 3 bedrooms plus 250, 140, and 500, 1175. Okay, next 4 bedrooms 80 and ES was nil, and rent per week was 700, not available in case of rent per week. Firstly, we will see what is we required. Based on that, we will provide the answer also. Critically evaluate how management of homeliness services could measure the value for money of its services provisions during the year. So, value of money means what is the value of money means? We have 3, that is efficiency, economy, efficiency, effectiveness. We will see the, for value of money we will see the 3 items, that is economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. And here we will see next identify measures of value of money. Okay, identify 2 performance measure in relation to flexibility and service quality. Better we will require to provide two performance measures in relation to flexibility and service quality. Okay, for flexibility and service quality we will provide the 2 items. Next, after that, analyze 3 performance measures in relation to cost and efficiency that could be utilized by the management of homeliness services when compared its operating performance against that achieved by exclusive services. So, cost and efficiency related 3 performance measurements we required. For cost and efficiency, we are have employees and we are spending expenditure, that repairs and cost we are spending, and whatever we have we will see later. And per 2 performances they provided the service for flexibility and service quality. For flexibility, we need the what is the average waiting time they are providing during the life cycle of the product and ability to meet what is this. And for service quality we will see the behaviors of staff, how they are providing the services to their members, and quality of basic amenities, and what are the availabilities available in service resident, and safeties, what are the safeties we have. This is service quality related. In houses, in apartments, they must provide the safeties, and on-site residents, what are the availabilities there, and what are the basic amenities he is providing, what are the behavior of self-employed staff employed by HS. We will see that for service purpose. And flexibility purposes, what is the waiting time and what is the changes ability to meet, and what are the required for lower waiting time, that we will see for flexibility. And for value of money, we will see for 3 items, that is economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. Next, here we are comparing with one other company which is a profit motive. So for profit motive and non-profit motive, we must see our benchmark. That is, we the organization is providing cost effectiveness or not, we are working on efficiency or not, and we will see our management, how the management objective is there, and how they improving, and how they satisfying our tenants. We will see all that points relating to when see the HS benchmarking. Next, HS had certain houses that are unoccupied during part of the year. The rent lost has consequences of occupied properties amounted to 18,70,400. This is rent loss. So rent lost means that is how much percentage of rent we lost. So it is one of performance measurement, which is one performance measurement that for three performance measurements, cost and efficiency is there. No, because of we do not perform efficiently, then we will lost the cost. So for this cost and efficiency point, we will have one point related to rent lost. We will see the percentage of rent lost, how much we will rent losses. That is, they provided 18,70,400, and what is the rent amount and how much percentage is different, what is the gross amount we have, that we will see. So for gross rent, for 18,17,400 we lost. What is the rent we received? 2,98,600. We will add the both amount, we will get the gross amount and how much we lost, how much rent we lost. That is related to we do not perform the efficiently. For third point, we have cost and efficiently, one performance measure is there. No, for that point we got one point. Next what is there? Next, after this employees were paid as follows. Employees are inputs to your cost. Employees is related to cost, that is cost and efficiency points. We have second point, that is employees. Employees were paid as follow, that is number of steps we have, how much steps we have. HS was 12848 and ES was 2211, that is 1 2 3 7 8 plus 2 10 10 plus 4 14 plus 15 members staff they have, and here we have 11 plus 2 2 15. We have both the cases 15 employees only. And for this how much for 15 houses, how much we are catering. For 15 houses we are catering for, HS was catering 450 houses and ES catering only 200 houses. Even though they have both have same number of employees, but we are serving more houses, so that we are efficiently working. Cost and efficient, second point we are discussing that employees, and we are working in a efficient way as compared to EC, because they have 15, we have 15, but they are providing only 200 houses, but we are providing 450 houses. Next, and for employees we have salaries also, and another point we will get 13 lakhs they are paying, we are paying 24 lakhs, so we are saving 14 lakhs also, Next, we will see the what are the percentage of saving, we will see. Next, after this employees we are paying for 3 lakhs, 2 lakhs 50, 2 lakhs, 1 lakh, and ES 5 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 2 lakhs. So for our HS the least amount was 1 lakh, ES least amount is 2 lakhs. So as compared to this, we are ability to provide annual salary for 1 lakh, for 8 persons. So we are paying cheaper labors, we are getting the cheaper labors as compared to that ES is providing more salaries, so that we have annual salary will save, total cost will save. Next, planned maintenance and substantial repairs undertaking. For cost and efficient, we have the third point. What is this running repairs means cost only, this planned maintenance this also cost only. What is this care? For repairs, for planned maintenance and substantial care, for this is miscellaneous buildings, they are providing 10 houses, HS is providing 10 houses, cost for house 12,500, and sanitary fittings 45 and 5 26,100, 52,000. ACs they providing 8 15,000, and replacement wooden structures 50 13 40,000 60,000. Here we do not have proper benchmark for this purpose. Next, we will see the running repairs, emergency, urgent, not urgent, number of repairs undertaken. What are the number of repairs we have undertaken? 480, 990, 560, and ES was taken 160, 37, 376, 102, and total cost was 6,72,000, 11,28,000, 5,91,600. They provided this. After that, all are small size. They provided replacements. Okay. Next, here we have more inputs. We are providing these inputs. These are our inputs: miscellaneous building works, sanitary works, AC upgrades, replacements works. These all are inputs. We are purchasing the for maintaining our providers. So we will save our cash here. We will save our cash here, and we will go for saving. We will go for tenders. We will go for tenders. Who quote the low amount, we will give that to our person. That is, in economy point, we have the minimizing the resource. That is, we must minimize our cost and minimize our resources was the employees, and that cost decrease. So for our inputs, these are the inputs, we must reduce our cost. For reducing the cost, we will go for tenders. Next, what is provided? Calculate. We will see the answer. What is there in answer? Whatever points we discussed, they will provide in answer only. For this, we will see that. What is the first point? For commercial enterprise, generation profit is very important objective. That is, we have comparing with another one. That is, their motive was generating profit, and likewise our non-profit enterprises have certain culture, social, educational objectives for which they are created. We have some purposes. Regard the type of organization, it is important to know whether internal operations meet certain performance benchmark. So whatever the performance benchmark, whatever the objective we have, we must check our performance for benchmark. We have reached that benchmark or not. This will ensure that organization achieve its objectives in a better manner. Moreover, even organization does not have operate for profit. We are not for operating profits. It is important to be cost effective resources. These resources includes money, should use optimally to achieve intended outcomes. Whatever the intended outcomes you want, you must achieve by using the optimal resources. For example, for HS can use this benchmark tool for looking the following questions. So they must see their benchmark for objectives. First, does the organization function in efficient and cost effective manner? So we must see first point, organization function, that is efficient and cost effective manner, it is working or not. Next, who are the main management? That is estate management. Does estate management makes best use of building to achieve the objective of the organization? So they are maintaining the building properly or not for to achieve our objectives of the organization. Next, does estate management functions upkeep of the building in terms of repairs and improvement in an efficient manner? So they are providing the proper repairs or not. We will see that. Next, are the tenants satisfied with the service provided by estate management and the suitability of the accommodation for their needs? So our tenants were satisfied or not. We will see these 4 points for our objective of benchmarking reached or not. Next, value for money is an assessment made. It is a one test that the organization is reaching their objectives or not. For this, we will see the 3 points: economy, efficiency, effectiveness. And for economy involves minimizing resource consumption. That is, we will minimize our cost and we will minimize our resources. But we will not, while ensuring the desired quality of service is achieved, we will not decrease our desired quality of service. We will provide that desired quality of services by reducing our cost. For example, here that HS is there. HS's inputs was Inputs were purchasing made for maintenance and repairs work like sanitary fittings, AC, wooden structure for the houses. So they are purchasing no that items. While resources could be labor. What are the resources? Labors employed to carry out these resources. So aim to purchasing required quality inputs at least possible price. So for purchasing that items, whatever the items, we must look the price, at least possible price, and where in case of skilled labor needed for this job should be procured at the lowest pay scale possible, and procuring this lowest cost lead to saving for HS. It will lead to saving for HS. Next, at the same time, HS should ensure not only the cost cutting or saving, does not cost the quality of quality, and lower quality implies inferior services levels, which ultimately will compromise HS social commitment to provide quality housing to need members of its community. Next, efficiency. What is meant by efficiency? Efficiency involves maximizing the ratio between resources and outputs, that is inputs and outputs. Maximization ratio will be provided. To focus of efficiency is one of the process of rendering service. The objective of efficient operation is to maximize output using minimum resources. Here we will see the ratio for the rendering services. What is the objective efficient operation for maximizing our output using minimum resources? Is this using minimum resources for providing the maximum outputs? Next, improved productivity means that resources procured are used in optimal way. Next, in the case of HS, one of the resource is the labor employed for repair and maintenance. Here, efficiency method would be the relationship between the employees available and the repair work performed by them. Next, here pool of employees do more repair work than benchmark set, productivity will be higher. Then here we will see their optimum salary will cut. Then economy operation will achieved due to higher productivity of operation. Next, we will go for outsourcing. When we are going for outsourcing, we will took the tenders, and who are providing least cost, we will select that tender. Next, in addition to that, HS may explore operations options of for efficiency for business perspective improvement, shared services, as well as further efficiencies in an asset management. Next, effectiveness. What is meant by effectiveness? Effectiveness involves ensuring that outcomes achieve the desired policy aims and objectives. So whatever the outcomes, whatever the desired outcomes is there, no, we must achieve that outcomes. How the objectives achieved or not, we will test and we will question ourselves only. What are the questions we will ask? First, are the houses needs of the targeted community members met? So whatever the members want and we are providing or not, we will see that. Next, are the tenants satisfied with the accommodation? Whatever the accommodation we provided, that accommodation the tenders are satisfied or not. Next, given in social cause, are the staff friendly, courtesy and hospitable to the customers? So our staff, they are, how they communicating, how they interacting with our members, we will see that. Next, thus house the do the house accommodation comply with safety standards and other legal requirements? What they providing the fire extinguishers, that type of what are the safeties required, that provide mention that providing or not. Next, each method is interlinked with the other. Next, for example, HS has replied sanitary kitchens in kitchen and bathroom in 45 houses for 26,100, each costing total was 11,74,500, as compared to ES that has spent 52,500 on each house on sanitary fitting replacements. For cost, they are providing 11,74,500 for both the, and but we provided for 45 houses and they provided for 22 houses only. Next, therefore HS was compromising effectiveness. I think this point Okay, we will see later. Next, benchmark. For benchmark, we will see the benchmark. What is the benchmark? That is, benchmark is a method. Benchmark is a method to measure our performance, measure performance with close competitor. Here we have one close competitor, but other company which is a profit motive, that does not have close competitor. So benchmarking of performance against ES is not ideal, but our HS as better adapting benchmark against similar charities is there. HS must permanent membership of house benchmarking organization, which helps social housing property owners to compare the cost of social delivery resources and key performance indicators across all the areas of businesses. Next, for example, the management of HS can inquiry about a non in respect of the repairs charges, sanitary charges, or wood structure replacement charges, etc. Similar non-profit organization. Next, further benchmarking should conducted annually to analyze all areas of business and use to identify high performance, low cost annual benchmarking. Next, overall we will see. Next, building block model. We will see the 2 points, that is related to service quality and flexibility. For service quality, we must see that of staff, amenities, safeties, and feeds and bags. We will see that these amounts, how well delivery services is providing, and how to meeting our customer satisfaction or not, customer expectations or not. And as a non-profit organization, providing house to cater the needs of lower and middle income groups as well as senior citizens in the local community. Also services is provided at concession rate compared to its commercial peers. Our peer was ES, and services need to be judged based upon the parameters that were promised by the organization to its tenants. This could be used as parameters, that is behavior, attitude, proactivity of staff employed by HS, quality of basic amenities provided. Next, availability of on-site services for the resident and safety within the and around the residential unit. Next, data of assessment of quality can be collected from feedback of tenants. So data will be collected from tenants for analyzing the complaints, what are the complaints they have, what are the feedbacks we have, what are the issues they have, that much. Next, flexibility. Here flexibility is ability of the organization to adapt to customer requirement. This can be measured through service delivery time. How much service delivery time we are spending, how much service we are spending. Promptness is responding to customer requests, ability of employees to perform different kinds of work, etc. In this case, HS, the following performance measures can be used to assess flexibility. Next, average waiting time for tenant for a house to become available. We will see the delivery time now. Average waiting time. What is the average waiting time for house become available for the tenant? And lower the wait time, better the flexibility. If you have a lower time to provide to a tenant, they will satisfy, and with sufficient housing units available for rental accommodation. Next, following changes in requirement, ability to meet the tenant's request for another house of different size. If you want different size, and provide that ability to meet. If one customer asks for, we want a double bedroom, triple bedroom, at that type, and duplex house, we must provide that also. For the changing of demand, we must cater that also. It is a flexibility we need. Next, waiting time for undertaking repairs. If there any repairs, and if there any emergency nature, once noticed by the tenant, lower time will be required for providing the services. Next, the management of HS could use following performance measurements. That is we must require for 3. Already we discussed that 3. That is one related to average employee cost, and repairs, and one rent lost, related to rent lost. That is here resources inputs. In resources was inputs employees, which is in 15 in case of both HS and ES. The employees at HS cater to 450 houses as compared to 200 houses catered by ES. So we are catering more houses. But we have employee cost, annual salary we providing the least, that is 1 lakh only, and for they providing 2 lakhs, and we have total cost labor is higher by 14 lakhs. So we are providing less amount and we have employees and we are the least amount. Because of this least amount we have saving the 14 lakhs, we have this 14 the saving lakhs. Here average employee cost per week per house will be 24 lakh, that is savings, divided by 450 into 52 weeks, and 338 lakhs divided by 200 into 52 weeks, that is 450 for HS, ES for 200, ES for 200. Next 102.56, 365.38. So the ES was 2 times more than the HS employee cost. So we are providing best efficient way for catering the houses to the employees as well as cost effective due to use of cheap labor. Next, average day to day repair cost per week per house, per week per house. Here the resources, measured in terms of resources was measured in terms of cost spent on repairs and maintenance of rental houses. Running repairs are generally does not add much value to the rental houses. Lesser the repairs, higher the efficiency. Next, here HS has spent more amount, that is 23 lakhs 91,000 it has spent as a running repair cost for 450 houses, where ES has spent 6 lakh 38,000 for 200 houses. So they are spending more amount. We will see the percentage also and what are the percentage, and is the extra cost what we incurred is for urgent or non-urgent, we will see that. Next, percentage of HS, percentage of rent lost, we lost the rent is there, no, that rent, what are the percentage, how much percentage we lost, that is we will see with gross rent, that is 18 lakh 17,400 divided by 121 16,000, that is 121 16 is gross rent, 15%. Here ES did not have any unoccupied properties at any time during the year. It has 100% occupancy. This shows that ES properties have high demand, and other hand HS has lost 18 lakh 17,400 through unoccupied properties. That's about 15% of gross rent receivable. So management of HS should identify the reason why the house remained unoccupied when the occupancy rate is 100% for organization like ES, as peer organization should be used to benchmark the performance. So we will compare that.